Hey there, guys. What's going on? It's your good buddy Chris Curtis here in Edmond, Oklahoma. And today we're going to be talking about contacting leads. Okay. And a lead, in my view, now I realize there are a lot of definitions out there and people have different perspectives, different points of view on this, but I can only give you my understanding. And the way I understand it is a lead is somebody that you can contact about your business. Okay. Anybody you can contact about your business is a lead, which means there are about 7 billion leads out there in the world. A prospect is somebody who's already shown genuine interest in whatever it is that you're doing. And to qualify somebody as a prospect, really, you're the person who sets the rules on that. You know, if somebody fills out a capture page, does that qualify them as a prospect in your mind? Or does it qualify them as a prospect when they open an email? Are they not qualified as a prospect until they answer the phone and you actually talk to them and they express an interest verbally to you? You set the rules on who a prospect is and who a lead is. Okay, but a lead is anybody we can contact about our business. Sorry about my squeaky chair, guys. It squeaks all the time. It's just the nature of an old chair, I guess. But anyway, guys, what I did is I typed in, when in doubt, go to Google. Okay, this is the first thing, that the golden piece of advice that I can give you here. Go to Google for anything that you want to know. Go to Google for any lead that you want to contact. All I did is type in MLM distributor phone number. Okay. Another search I could have done is MLM business directory, or home business directory, or network marketing business directory, or affiliate marketer business directory, or health club business directory, or whatever business, whatever type of lead I'm looking for. I can be specific about it. I can type it into Google and I will never, ever, ever run out of phone numbers to call. People, for whatever reason, when they hear cold call leads, they think high pressure sales. They think you have to make a sales presentation on the phone and, you know, close your prospect and do all that stuff. That's not what we're talking about here. As a matter of fact, this is going to be the easiest thing you've ever done if you do it. And I know that people love the concept of making money online and building a business exclusively on the internet. And that's why Keith and I are here. We definitely are going to teach you how to do that. But you have to set up the mechanism. And the mechanism doesn't start to work overnight. Okay. The way that we do it is we want you to get listed in Google and find targeted prospects through the search engines. And that is a process that's going to take a month or 2 or 3 to complete. I mean, it's not going to happen for you instantly. Bam, you put up a funnel and all of a sudden you've got all these leads coming from Google. That's not the way it's going to work. You're going to have to deliver some of these leads into your funnel. And this is one of the best ways. The reality is if you want to be successful in LSN, you're going to have to be proactive about it. Okay. You're going to have to go out there and take the steps necessary to be successful in LSN. If you have a fear of rejection, you need to overcome your fear of rejection right now. Okay. The worst thing that somebody's going to do to you is they're going to say, I'm not interested, goodbye, or please leave me alone, goodbye. But the way that we're doing this, they're not going to tell you that. Okay. And I'm going to show you why they're not going to tell you that, because of the way that we're going to approach our MLM distributor leads. That's what we're talking about today. MLM distributor leads. Now, pizza place owner leads are going to be a little bit different. We're going to contact pizza place owners a little different than we will our MLM distributor lead list, but we are going to contact pizza place owners if that's something you're interested in, or fitness club owners, or coffee shop owners, or clothing store owners, or grocery store owners, or whoever, whatever business professional we're contacting. There's a way to contact them. And what I want to do is I want to get you thinking outside of the box on this. Okay. I want to get you excited about cold calling leads, and hopefully that's what this video is going to do for you. So MLM distributor phone number, the second one on the list is the MLMwoman.com MLM company distributor directory. And inside of the distributor directory, basically, I think the rules on this particular form is that only one representative per company. Okay. So there's only one per company listed in this directory, which is really cool. That means that these people were willing to pay money to put their information into this directory. This was not free. Okay. So these people realized the importance of spending money on advertising. They realized the importance of an ROI, of a return on investment. And that's a good thing. Okay. And the way we're going to approach these people is we're not going to tell them, we're not going to call them on the phone. We're not going to say, hey there, Omar, I want to tell you about this amazing program called LSN. It's so awesome. No, I'm going to say, hey, Omar, it's Chris Curtis. How are you doing, man? Oh, hey, Chris, I'm doing great. How can I help you? Well, hey, Omar, you don't know me from Adam, but the reason why I'm calling you is because I was on the MLMwoman.com website and I saw your ad here about A1 travel for peanuts. And I'm just curious to know a little bit more about what you do. And I'm not being deceptive here. Okay, guys, I'm not saying I'm interested in joining your company. No, I want to know a little bit more about what Omar does. Okay. And Omar's going to start telling me, well, hey, man, I'm not in that company anymore. Actually, I'm doing XYZ company right now. And if he says that, what that does is it tells me that Omar didn't have success in this company. Okay, so Omar's struggling. Because an MLM distributor who is successful typically has stick-activity. If they're in a company, they do their due diligence, first of all, before they join. And then once they join, they realize that they're in this for the long haul. They bring their team with them. They put their leaders in place. They're there. They're dedicated. And there are some situations where a legitimate, successful MLM distributor will leave a company and move on to another company. But usually if you find somebody who's not in a company anymore, it's because they weren't successful and they were looking for something else. Okay, we're going to help people overcome that in LSN because you've got to have the stick-activity. Remember, failure is not an option. That's the first thing you've got to decide. If failure is not an option and success is the only outcome, we're going to stick to this and do what it takes to be successful. What I'm sharing with you today, guys, is what it takes to be successful. This simple process right here, if you take 30 minutes a day and you contact just 1 or 2 people a day following this method, you're going to get at least 5 or 6 signups a month. And maybe not that, even if it's only 2 signups a month, following this method, taking 15 to 30 minutes a day doing this, working a total of an hour a day on your business with your online presence and everything. And keep in mind, this is accumulative. As you're building these relationships, these people are going into your lead list. Okay, they're going into people who you can contact again and again. If they say, hey, Chris, I'm not interested in that right now, say, hey, man, I completely understand. Let's keep in touch. If you want to get together for a brainstorming session or something like that, let's definitely do that. It was nice meeting you. Okay, but 90% of the time, these people are going to be into what you're selling. Okay, and we're not selling directly. That's why they're going to be into it. So when I'm talking to Omar and Omar finishes telling me about his business and what he's doing, I want to ask Omar another question. Are you doing anything to build your business online? If he didn't tell me, yeah, we've got an online funnel and we're generating 100 leads a day. Our team has a great marketing plan. If he doesn't tell me any of that information, okay, I'm going to lead into that by asking him whether or not he's generating any of his leads online. Okay, and what he's thinking in his mind, I'm not telling him this, but what he's thinking in his mind is this is a prospect who's interested in what I'm doing. Okay, and you are interested in what he's doing. You're just not interested for the same reasons that he thinks you're interested. And again, we're not being deceptive. We're just not telling our prospect. We're not revealing our cards on the front end. Okay, that's the magic of this. That's the secret of this. Because when you're talking to people about what they're doing, their wall has come down. This is a psychological trigger, guys. Their wall has to come down. They have to trust you enough to give you the information, which means that they don't have a wall up anymore. You can't have a wall up and be telling people about what you're doing. Okay, and be honest about it. I mean, you just can't. So the wall is completely down. Omar's saying, we really don't do it online. We actually have more of an old school strategy of generating leads offline. And in that case, I will ask him a follow-up question. Well, how's that going for you? How many leads a day are you guys generating? Do you not have an online marketing mechanism? And then I would say something like, well, Omar, our team, in my experience, what we've figured out is that, the old school strategy definitely works very, very well, but it works even better when you combine it with an online mechanism. When you combine it with an online funnel, because you can drive your leads from off of the internet onto the internet, put them into your lead list, and easily follow up with them. You can contact a lot more leads that way, and and if you're causing him to think about things in a different way, you're opening up even more. He's saying, man, this guy's giving me great information. This is awesome. And eventually what you're going to do is you're going to say, hey, Omar, check it out. The reason why I was on MLMwoman.com is because I work with the company that is actually giving people a way to build their business online for free. They're giving them a mechanism to be able to build a list of up to 50,000 people for free. And I just wanted to tell you about it because if you're somebody who's interested in generating leads online, this is going to be something that's definitely up your alley, and I can actually help you get it set up. Okay, see, the magic word here is help him. It's free. What does he have to lose? You're going to help him get it set up. And he might get a little defensive at that point and say, oh, no, man, I'm not interested in anything like that right now. And if he does, here's what you say. You say, hey, I completely understand, Omar. I know it's kind of weird. I come out of the blue and, tell you about this thing, but it does really work. But hey, can we keep in contact with each other? Because I love like-minded people like yourself who are successful. And we're actually doing this mastermind group, Omar, where we're getting people together like yourself on a mastermind with using the mastermind principle. And was wondering if you'd be interested in doing something like that. Well, yeah, of course I'd be interested in doing something like that. Okay. So, and what I'm doing, I'm not telling you this is your script. Okay. I'm getting you to think outside of the box. Another thing that you could do, a thing that would work very well, is call Omar as a business professional. Tell him to say, hey, Omar, tell me about your business. Tell me about what you're doing. I saw you on MLMwoman.com. And then you say, hey, Omar, we're putting together a mastermind group and was wondering if you would like to be a part of it. We're looking for successful MLM professionals. This doesn't cost anything. We're actually getting on Google Hangouts. We're just going to have an hour session to meet each other, and then we're going to meet up once a month to discuss things and really put together a little mastermind group, okay? Because now you're plugging people into a success principle, okay? You're plugging people into something that's going to help them grow spiritually, grow personally, grow their business, and they're going to realize that. So that's another way that you can approach people with this. Another way that you can approach people is you could take the more direct approach. Say, hey, Omar, it's Chris Curtis, and the reason why I'm calling you is because I saw you on MLMwoman.com. See you're in A1 Travel for Peanuts. How's that going for you? Are you doing good? And Omar says, oh, yeah, I'm doing good. And usually he's not going to tell you he's doing bad, especially if he's still in the company, and say, hey, that's great. Well, hey, the reason why I'm calling you, Omar, is because we actually work with a company called LSN, and we're giving successful MLM distributors like yourself the ability to actually build their list using our advanced autoresponder and capture page technology for free. Would that be something that you're interested in? And Omar's going to say, well, yeah, of course I'm interested in it. I mean, who's not interested in free stuff, especially if you take this approach? Okay, so there are a lot of different ways that you can talk to your prospects or talk to your leads after you get them on the phone. But you want to get them on the phone. You want to take a genuine, okay, genuine is the key word here, genuine interest in what they're doing. Let them explain themselves for 10 to 15 minutes. Don't let them tell you what they're doing and say, oh, yeah, by the way, here's what I want to sell you, okay? Don't take that approach. Take a genuine interest in what they're doing. Let them, their wall's going to come down as they talk, okay? Until after about 10 minutes into it, they have no wall. And that's when you want to approach them about helping them build their business or helping them by plugging them into a mastermind group. Put a mastermind group together once a week, okay? Use your Google Hangout tool in your back office. Ask him if he's interested in getting on a mastermind. Put a mastermind group together, and don't even talk about LSN in your mastermind group, okay? What you do is you brand your Google Plus account with LSN, with Lead System Network, and put Lead System Network stuff all over it. He's going to be able to see what you're doing, but more importantly, you're building a relationship where then next time you talk to Omar, you can say, hey, I saw you were in the travel for Peanuts opportunity. I've been in travel before, and it's just not really up my alley, but I do have something that I think can help you grow your business. And because this is about building relationships, guys. It's about building real relationships with real people on a real level. So if you don't put together a mastermind group, maybe you can put together a list building club. Okay, well, how cool is that? Hey, we're starting a list building club talking about all the different ways that you can build a list Would that be something you're interested in joining? We just get together like once a week and brainstorm, bounce ideas off of each other, stuff like that, and really put together a list building club. Okay, again, brand LSN on your Google profile. So whenever you talk and they click on you or they learn more about you, be sure on the webinar on the Google Hangout that you're doing that you say, hey guys, be sure to check out each other's Google Plus accounts and and we're not being deceptive, guys. You don't want to be deceptive. You want to provide genuine value to these people. Okay, when you're providing genuine value to people and you're being sincere and you're taking an interest in what they're doing and you're using the long approach instead of the short approach, you're going to be much more successful. These people are going to become your friends. Even if they don't join you in LSN, which why wouldn't they? Okay, it doesn't make sense why they wouldn't. It's free to start building a contact list. So they're probably 99% sure going to end up joining you, at least with the free account in LSN. Why wouldn't they? Like I said, but you might have to take a longer approach with people. That may be more comfortable to you, okay? Maybe more comfortable for you to call somebody and say, hey, Janice, this is Chris Curtis. How are you? Good, Chris. How are you? Well, hey, I'm doing great. The reason why I'm calling you is because I saw your ad on MLMwoman.com in the business directory there, and I see that you're with A1 Travel for Peanuts. And she says, yes, it's such a great little travel company. I just love it. And I'm going to say, well, hey, that's awesome. I've actually been in travel myself, and I don't lie if you haven't been in travel, but, relate to them in one way or another and say, the reason why I'm calling you is because I'm actually looking to put together a group of home business professionals in different opportunities. And it's just a brainstorming session, Janice. This is just something, we're not trying to sell you anything or anything like that. And we're not going to be selling things to each other. We really just want to put together a strategy group on list building and was wondering if you would be interested in doing something like that. Well, yeah, I'd be interested in doing something like that for sure. Well, oh, that's awesome, Janet. Well, hey, do you mind if I get your email address? I see your email address is actually on the website. Is that a good email address to send you the information? Yeah, it's a great email address. Or she's going to say, no, I'm too busy. I don't have time for that right now. Say, hey, I completely understand, Janice, but here's the deal. I'm looking for connections with people like yourself, business-minded people who understand network marketing, who understand the concept of residual income. And would you mind if we stayed in contact with one another? Would you mind if I, emailed you or, can I give you my contact information and maybe you can reach out and call me every once in a while and maybe we can get together and brainstorm or something like that. And, she might say no. She might say, no, I'm not interested in that. Thanks anyway. And in which case there's nothing you can do about that. You say, okay, well, thanks, Janice. It was great talking to you today. Have an awesome day and we'll talk to you later. Goodbye. Or we won't talk to you later. Goodbye. But it's just the approach that you take, guys, and it's the psychology that you have going into it. Okay, if you've got a negative point of view going into it, you're not going to get positive results. But with the way that we've gone over this today, with the way that we've approached it, do you not see the potential here if you actually pick up the phone and call people? The first person you call is going to be the hardest person that you call. The first rejection you get is going to be the rejection that hurts the most, okay? As a matter of fact, the first rejection you get is probably going to hurt your feelings a little bit. You're probably going to feel like, oh man, it kind of stabbed me in the heart a little bit that this guy doesn't want to have anything to do with me. But the second person you call, not going to hurt so bad, okay? When they say, no, I'm not interested in doing that. And if you're using this approach 9 times out of 10, people are going to be very receptive to you. They're going to want to join your mastermind group. They're going to want to learn more about how they can build their list for free. They're going to want to learn or do whatever you come up with. And that's what I really want you to do. I want you to think outside of the box on what can you put together where you can contact people and have them plug into your list, have them plug into your website. That's another great idea. Put together a funnel, a lead capture page system for your mastermind group. Okay, say, hey, Omar, awesome. How about I send you, if you'll go to this website right here and just register, and like I said, we're not selling anything or anything like that. This is a real mastermind group. It's just an easy way. Omar, you notice how I laughed and changed my little dialect there? I said, hey, we're not selling anything, Omar. It's just an easy way for me to contact people. I'm real relaxed. I'm real cool. I'm not, you know, edgy and salesy and stuff like that. I want him to fill out my capture page. Okay. And when he does, I'm going to send him information on our mastermind group. And in my signature, I'm going to put my information about LSN. Okay, my signature, he filled out an opt-in form. Now I can contact him. I can follow up with him. I am going to do a mastermind. I am going to provide the value. I am going to get to know him better. I am going to allow him to teach me whatever he knows, but I'm also going to have the mechanism now to be able to follow up with him or her. So hopefully you're catching the gist of this. Hopefully you're getting excited about it, because this is just one of the many ways that you can grow your LSM business. So thanks for watching the video, guys, and be sure to read the PDF that you have here, and I will definitely, most definitely, be seeing you in the next one.